what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the NECA Terminator 2 Judgment Day Endoskeleton quarter scale figure. Now this is easily my most wanted holy grail figure. I have always wanted this particular figure from NECA. Now I found this on eBay and I was kind of worried about, kind of about the bootlegs and all that kind of stuff like that, but I still took a chance with this particular one because they were rare. It's kind of hard to find these, so I just decided to go and just pick up on one. And I knew they had two different, they was always the same endoskeleton, but the look of the box was kind of always different. I think this is the more newer release if I'm not mistaken, but I think even this is over 10 years old if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I'm definitely excited about having this. And of course this is based on Terminator 2 Judgment Day, which I do have a copy of right on 4K. Because this is a steelbook version, which is celebrating, I think, the 30th anniversary of it that I had picked up. As you can see, it has Sarah on the back of it too as well. So yeah, it was a point in time when this used to be my all-time favorite film, Terminator 2, but eventually something I had went through it. But I can remember growing up being such a big fan of Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Like I said, it was always my favorite film. Until something eventually knocked it off, And I do remember seeing this in the theaters 2 times, when it was originally released in the theaters. But anyway, I'm gonna get into this right now. And as you can see, this is the box that contains the NECA Terminator 2 quarter scale endoskeleton figure. And like I mentioned before, there was another version. Well, it was always the same figure, but the box art was different. It was like this, but it had a darker color, whereas this one has this orange color too, like the flames. I think from the flames. I think that's what it's trying to represent. But as you can see, there's an image of the figure on the front, and you can see it on the inside. It does say 18. It also says light up eyes too as well. At the top it does says T2. Of course, you can see it on the side, so it says light up. Then there's a bunch on the back. There's a bunch of T800 endoskeletons. There's a read up too, and everything about the machines and so on. One of the things I think is pretty cool about this too, you can even test the LED light feature in here as well, which is rare. They have a hole here where it says "Try me," so you can just stick your finger in there and try it. So I'm gonna see. Because I've already done it too, so let's see if I can do it again. Yeah, it cuts on pretty easily. So as you can see, they're on inside the box. So I think that's amazing. Then they even go off too, because they don't stay on too long. Now at the bottom of the box, it tells you what kind of batteries this takes too. It's right there, on the read up. It'll tell you right there, for people who want to know what kind of batteries to get. They even show how you put them in the, well, they're already in there, in the endoskeleton's head. Because it says AG3, I think that's what the batteries are called. AG3. But yeah, I'm definitely excited about this. So I'm going to get into this. Another thing too, I might as well touch on the read up on the back. It does say target identified, specs endoskeleton model T800, features Skynet's most advanced control system, fully armored in hyper-alloy sheath around vital areas. Frictionless bearings in its joints allow the unit to maneuver through its range of motions faster than previous models. In the event of critical damage, a secondary power source allows the unit a margin of time to complete its mission. When set to autonomous mode, it can learn like a human being, actually becoming more efficient as time goes on. 20% lighter and 40% more powerful than the T600 model. And before I move on, I want to touch on the Kaiser doll stand, which I use for my NECA quarter scale figures. Because the product code for this is 3075, and it fits 16 to 22 inch figures. And of course, it always comes separate because you have this, then you have this, and then you just put this around, or inside here, then you put it around the figures weights. I highly recommend these for quarter scale figures. Now this is what the background looks like. That comes with the endoskeleton, which has the flames and so on. As you can see, there's the NECA quarter scale endoskeleton, and I'm surprised it does stand. I can still tell that it would need like the stand to hold it up, but it does stand, as you can see. But I wouldn't suggest leaving it like that. I'm sure it will topple over. But I'm gonna measure it, and it is like just under 18 inches. I can scale like just there, right at it. So yeah, I'm gonna get into like the likeness to how it looks like on the film, and like the articulation of it too as well. But as you can see, it does stand pretty well too. I must submit, it's much better than I thought it would be too. And it seems like, and it is like a quarter scale figure, I believe, because it's like, it's so slim, it's like real like skinny like. That's why it seems like it's kind of like small looking. But I think they did a pretty good job of this. So this is how it looks like up close. And there's all like things that's like on it that, you know, that operates and stuff. I just push something there right there. Yeah, I know there it it's kind of articulated. And the endoskeleton's head can also like turn too. You can turn it like left and right. So it has articulation in it. And this is the button right here that will cut it on. Like if you press it in, it cuts it on. That is so awesome. And it's like a time feature too. It doesn't always stay on, which kind of makes sense. So I think that's pretty cool on NECA's part. And then you can see all these like working pistons right here too as well. Like when you're moving like the legs and stuff, you can see like how these like move and everything. I think that's pretty cool. I know they had some of these that were kind of like battle damage too, from what I'm hearing. Some of the endoskeletons, they were like battle damage too. Like they had like blast marks on them. But mine, it doesn't though. This is how it looks like on the back too as well. Because you know, like the 7 scale one, like these things right here, they flapped open on it. Actually, they do come open still. As you can see, they come open. So they do still like pop open those, like the shoulder blades. But I'm noticing that it does have like I'm kind of nervous about bonding, because I know it's kind of like, oh, but you can't like bend the arms up like that. So the endoskeleton's arms can bend. He does have like a bend in it, so it is articulated. Doesn't look like it's a double bend though, and it goes up like that. So he does have a good range of motion. Yeah, so he can't get them like this. He can even split too. So it is like articulated. There's even a bend in the knee too. It's not actually, it's like a double band, as you can see. Cause again, like I was mentioning before, I like how you can see like the stuff and they're like pulling and everything. I think that's pretty cool. The feet have toe articulation too, so you can't bend his toes. And here are the hands too. They turn too as well. But they have movement in them. I don't think the fingers can bend out though. And this is already designed to be like a trigger hand for holding like the phase plasma rifle. And I think even all this right here too can move. I'm just trying to be like kind of careful with it, you know. I know this is like a pretty I'm sure this is, and can you believe this has been inside the box for over 10 years? Whoa, that's what I'm kind of curious about too. Yeah, I think it is pretty cool though. Awesome figure. I'm definitely happy about having this too. Another thing I want to talk about too, like the endoskeleton's like jaw, it was like articulated too, as you can see. You can lift it up and down. Cause I think it's supposed to really stay up like this if you can. Cause they even had it taped up, like when it came out the box. But it is like articulated though. I think you can have it like this, but looks like by stay down, which is cool though. I'm okay. Another shot of that. This one to show how cool that looks. That looks so awesome. Now I want to move on through the accessories that come with the NECA quarter scale endoskeleton based on Terminator 2 Judgment Day. First I want to talk about the phase plasma rifle that comes with it. So this is how it looks. There's like some grays and like some like dark black colors into it too as well, but it is grayish right there. Cause if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's supposed to be like a more silver type color, but it says how it looks. Very awesome looking gun. Then the endoskeleton also has like a extra hand right here too, like his right hand, which has like a movable, like, well, articulated thumb, as you can see. I think that's pretty cool. Now what I want to do is compare the quarter scale endoskeleton from NECA with the 7-inch endoskeleton from NECA. So this is basically like the same figure, but you can see like the difference in size. I always like doing this, like comparing like the quarter scale figures with the 7-inch figures from NECA. Look at the difference like in size. Wow, like this is 7 inches rare. Then you have like the quarter scale one up here as well. So I think that's like pretty awesome. Like the difference in size. Oh, that's just Then also here's like the phase plasma rifle, like the 7-inch one for like the NECA 7-inch figure. Then you also have the quarter scale version too as well. So you can see the difference in size with these. That's unbelievable, like the difference in size. Cause this right is about like 6 inches, I believe, like in length. But you can see like the difference in size of the phase plasma rifles. And as you can see, I have the endoskeleton holding like his rifle too. I think that is so cool. I'm definitely happy about having this rare. I think this is so awesome. Now I want to compare the NECA quarter scale endoskeleton based on Terminator 2 with the NECA quarter scale Terminator T800 before he becomes, you know, like that way, you know what I mean, like with the flesh on the arm, basically. So as you can see, this is how they look, and they should be like the same size because they are basically like the same thing. You know, this is like what's underneath, like the skin, basically, like the flesh of the T800. So yeah, and this is another awesome figure from NECA. Easily one of my best figures from NECA, like quarter scale figures in my collection. It's like Arnold, like the Terminator, with a T800. Okay, there's the NECA Terminator 2 Judgment Day endoskeleton quarter scale figure. Now, this was easily my most wanted and #1 like holy grail figure from like NECA by far. I'm definitely happy that I was able to pick this on up. And again, this is like I think this is like over 10 years old if I'm not mistaken. Cause I know there's like a previous like another it was the same figure but it had like different box art for this particular figure. Whereas one I has like flames on it. Now again, I even had picked this up like on eBay too, cause I was kind of worried about, you know, cause you'd be knowing about like the bootleg figures and so on, and all that kind of stuff. Was it gonna be okay and everything? But it did, like it lights up and everything, as you can see. So I'm kind of happy about that. So it turns out that it was a pretty okay, you know, thing. You know, it wasn't nothing wrong. And of course, this is based on Terminator 2 Judgment Day 2, which used to be my all-time favorite film. Like many years ago, you know, but eventually like something had went through, but it used to be my all-time favorite movie. I remember seeing this like 2 times, like in the movie theaters, back in 1991. I can remember my anticipation for wanting to see this film, because I was already like a huge fan of the first Terminator film, and then they had a Terminator 2 on the way. I remember I couldn't wait to see it. But yeah, I'm definitely happy about having this too. So I don't know if NECA's going to ever like re-release it or anything like that, or like an updated version, but I still think this is an awesome piece, and I'm definitely happy about adding this to my collection. Definitely excited about this. So yeah, this is the NECA Terminator 2 Judgment Day endoskeleton quarter scale figure. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well. Do 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 do. I'll be back.